make sure get this because we need this recorded. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get this busy family here. And so to bring and to host on this Zoom, I'm bringing a guy that, man, when I have some tough questions about myself and I have some tough questions about family members, this is the first person I think about. And that feels good that you have somebody on call that no matter what time, I'm going to call him and ask, and I believe him and I trust him. And I'm just so grateful to be on this health journey with him. So much so I said, I ordered a whole bunch of products from our 2 offices. I said, if I'm on it, you're going to be on it on no cost to you, but the cost of the company. And so that's how strong I feel about his vision and Kurt, his partner's vision. And so I want to bring to the stage a friend to me, a friend to some of you, and a mentor to all of us, Mr. Bishop Todd Smith. Are you out there?
I'm here. Andre, can you see and hear me all right?
I can see and hear you. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you. I apologize that I'm in my car doing this today. I spent the night at the hospital with a good friend who got in an accident last evening, and I'm his ecclesiastical leader, and so I got the call, and I've been down here at the hospital. But thankfully, he was protected. They've been able to put him back together, so no serious. He'll be okay, right? So we are grateful for the protections that we receive and the blessings that we receive, and we know there's a plan for all things. So thank you, Andre, for that great introduction. I'm grateful to be here, and I am especially grateful for our guests that we have today. We have the Fulton family. Let me share my screen real quick so you can get a look at these folks. So these are our experts for today, the Fulton family, and we are so excited to hear from them. I don't know that it's been at least a couple years since we've had the group of you on a Zoom together, and so I am excited to see all of you in the screen together and for taking the time, because this is a busy family. They are very, very involved in their community, very, very involved in their school and athletics, and very, very involved in their church. And so I see you on Facebook more than I get to see you in person, and I very much appreciate all that you're doing. I see you out serving. I see you providing meals. I see you teaching and training, and I very much appreciate all of the work that you do for so many people. But we wanted to invite the Fultons. Here's a zoomed in picture of the family here that Tanya shared with me. But we're excited to invite you, Tanya and Wilbur, and your family to be with us, to share with us a little bit about what you're doing and your life and your story, and help us get to know you, and what's driving you in your busy lives. What's your purpose? And then how does Top Shelf tie into that? So I've got a few questions. Is that all right? Tanya and Wilbur, are you there? Can we hear you?
Yes. Can you hear us?
We can. I'm going to stop this share so we can spotlight you and make the picture even bigger here. There we go. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Introduce us to your family, Tanya.
Well, in the room, we have the Mr. Wilbur Fulton.
Hey, Wilbur.
Okay, we have the baby of the clan, Joshua. And then we have the middle baby, Rashawn. And then Adriel is somewhere. Adriel is somewhere on the Zoom because, of course, he's the accountant. And so he had got a call this morning that he had to go and do something with that. So he's on the Zoom. He's just not in the room with us.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for being here. It's just wonderful to see you. It does good for my heart to see you together, and very much appreciate you. Now, I'm gonna give each of you maybe a chance to tell your side of the story as to how this family got started between the two of you, because sometimes the stories might be different. Will, we're going to give you the first go at this story. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. Good morning again to each and every one of you, and to Todd, to Andre, and everyone else that's on here that made this possible for us to be here on today. But this family and I, we connected, about 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Me being single for a whole lot of time, for 13 years. And I was teaching a class, and this young woman was in my class, my Bible class, and wasn't really paying her any attention at that time because I was focused on teaching. But anyway, one thing led to the other, and she spoke one time, and then she spoke again, and then the third time, that's when she just drove me in, and the Lord connected us together. And these young men, they were small, real small, when we all connected, and today we just one happy family. Love these guys. Love them to death. And so, and we are so grateful that the Lord has brought us together, and we've been together for this long, and we are sharing the journey together. And then as we go forward in the face of the Lord, and then as we are partaking with these wonderful supplement that we're doing, we're just having a ball, and we're just experiencing life.
Thank you, Pastor. That's wonderful, Wilbur. I appreciate that very much. What a beautiful story. But Tanya, I want you to correct his story.
Okay, I will. You know, I live for it. I will do it. He forgot to say how, even though he didn't say anything out of the way to me, he watched me the whole time. That's what he meant to say. He meant to say how he watched me and how he fell in love with me after just a few weeks of being in his. Fix your face, boy. And so he left all of that part out. But the guys were very small. These guys were like in Head Start guys. These guys were in Head Starts. So since then, we've done so many. He's our project person. So when we have when they have school projects and all of those things, he's the creative one. So he helps them get all of their A's and all of that good type of stuff. But the one main thing that we do in our family, and we've never done this, is we don't use the word step. We never use the word step. We don't do any of those things. We are a very close-knit family. We're not just these three boys, then our older three boys. We never use the word step. We're all a close-knit family, and we are very grateful for that. But we are excited about this Zoom today because it has been a blessing in our lives, in our family lives, not just for us as the adults, but for them as young men growing into their lives and into this world. But they also have testimonies. We have fur babies, and even with our fur babies, you know, the different things that their vets may have said was going on with them and have prescribed medication. Instead of us doing those things, we've used the supplements. So this is not just something that's just used for the adults in the house, but this is a whole house. Everybody in the house uses the supplements. So it's been a blessing to all of us.
That's wonderful. So tell me a little bit about these boys, because I understand they're quite accomplished. So, you know, brag them up a little bit to us. Tell us all the things.
Right. Okay, so we will start with Adriel. We'll go from Adriel and come on down. Adriel is the accountant. He is in school now to get his master's degree, but he's been working at Bank of Greeleyville. Bank of Greeleyville. He's been working there for the past 2.5 years. And then about, I would say a month ago, his path changed to about a month ago, his path has changed now to him switching banks to a more, I don't know, he called it a better bank of prestige, a more upgraded bank is where he is. And he's only been there for a month, and he's doing amazing things in his branch. I talked to the branch manager just 2 days ago, and she was just excited about what he's brought to their branch just in this short length of time that he's been working there. So we are excited about that. Then we have Rashawn here, who is our future engineer. What kind of engineer? Electrical engineer. Nice. And then he shared with us yesterday, he said, I think I even want to be a nuclear engineer. And I said, son, whatever. What is it?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. I said that.
Nuclear.
I said, what is it?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. That's the same. Nuclear engineer. And I said, oh, okay, whatever, that's fine. But he's on school this semester. He's doing classes online. So since he's doing classes online, that means that he's home. So in the daytime, he goes and he's working at the school in the daytime with the young kids from ages 3rd grade to 5th grade. And he's doing an excellent job there. Normally, they said, when you have subs come in, they're just babysitting the children, but that's not his story. He's teaching the children. This is the same school when he was in 3rd through 5th grade that he also attended. So now he's back there, and because he's doing such an amazing job there with the children, they pulled him from that position and now has placed him another place. And it's because, of course, it's a male presence there, and he's doing an amazing job with that. So we are excited. So I was telling him, maybe you want to do the Call Me Mister program. You see, he's already shaking his head. And he said, Mom, I enjoy working with the children. That's not the problem. He was like, but I know what type of lifestyle I desire, and I can't do it off the teacher's salary. So he's not giving up this engineering. So I said, maybe you could do it. The engineer be your major and the teacher be your minor. He's still not pulled in on that. So now,
well, as you know, teaching can be done in every area of life.
Every area of life.
There's being an engineer doesn't mean you're not teaching. You will have opportunity to teach in every way. Very
absolutely, good. Absolutely. And we have Joshua here, the baby. Listen, Joshua is in is this your second year, first year college? Second year college, and he's going for music. He first started out going for sports management, but now he's changed his major to music. We tried to get him to stay in the medical type field, simply because when he was in high school, he was in like the medical classes, and Joshua graduated at the top of his class. And then in the medical, he graduated with like a 98 or 99 average. And so he was awarded for that. And then they had an instance where they had to help save someone's life in the classroom. And he did an amazing job, literally in real life, helping save someone's life. So we were trying to tell him they need males, in the medical field. And he's not buying it, y'all. He's not going for it. So whatever they want to do, as long as it's positive and things like that, then we try to support them and we try to push them, because we want them to know that we are excited about their careers and what they want to do in life. And not only that, but we work together as a strong unit, even in ministry. Joshua is the person that can basically play anything you put into his hands. But for right now, he is the bass guitar player at the church. Rashawn is the organist. Adriel is the keyboardist. And then we have the drummer and the aux player, which is Sean and Zadre. And then I'm throw Ra's name in there as well, who's an aux player. And we are boy parents, so they're our sons to us. And everyone knows our niece, Jasmika, that's basically a daughter to us, and the grandbaby Faith that comes along with her. So we are a very well-rounded family, and we work very well in the different areas and different things that we set our hands to do.
Well, so I think I met some of those extended family members and friends
right
out there. I did.
That's correct.
That's fantastic. Now, I have a question. With all of the things that you're all doing, with all of these amazing involvements with careers and work and school, I know you're finding time to put God first, and you spend an incredible amount of time in your ministry. How did this start? How did you decide to have this family ministry that is now? I mean, I see you all serving together, both ministering, but also out serving. And tell me how this happened.
You go on.
Excuse me. All this started 16 years ago when we all came together. And when we first met, I had already been pastoring a local congregate here in well, I said the community that we're in. And so when we all connected, we, everything just fell in place. These guys, Lord bless them, had an ear, want to learn to play.
But tell them how bad it was at first.
It was rough at first when they first started the pan here. Joshua started with the pans, the pots, and everything.
Yes.
Want to learn to play the drums. He started off with the drums.
Pencils.
Rashawn, when he first started playing, he started with the
saxophone. Right.
And
he said
bongos. Then the saxophone, and then from that to wanted to learn to do the organ. Yeah. And also we didn't mention that he is also
there are 3 clients that are saying that they're going to hire us.
Hold on just a second.
The freelancer gives them they have to pay a retainer. So they have to get the money up to.
Okay, now you go.
Okay. So Rashawn is like I said, he also has a organ rental business that he rents out. What's the thing called? Digital organs. And so he rents those out as well. But anyway, all of it started these guys through prayer, through having a desire to learn to play these instruments.
Because Josh started off on drums.
Right. And they started with the band, all that good stuff. But anyway, the Lord blessed them. They developed an ear for music, and some things that they learned, it was self-taught. And then now, receiving services that, that help them. And so it's just one thing after the other. And then what we like about it too, we don't have to force them to go to church. We don't have to force them to do anything. It's just what they want to do to, enhance the ministry work. And from them having that type of attitude, and then with the, Lord granted favor and opening doors that where we go, they're there. Yeah. Many of you may not know, I think several years ago, Tanya was featured on both of us was featured on the Word Network. That's on cable, that's aired to about 200 and something million household of people. Anyway, all over. And then the Majesty Network that expanded the ministry and brought, I guess, attention, and then, being able to go out, travel, and minister different places. And so, like I said, because of their heart for ministry, and then because of their schedule being flexible. Yeah. Normally, wherever Tanya or myself is called to go, they're able to assist us. And I think maybe 2 years ago, year and a half, that we all had the experience of going to Alaska.
Yes.
Spending a week there. We spent a week, they spent a couple of days there, and it was wonderful. And so I guess because of their heart for ministry and their heart for the face of God, the Lord is blessing them as well and giving them favor as well. So as a family, we love what we do. Yes. Even here at the local church. Josh is off in college about
3 hours.
3 hours, 3.5 hours at the most.
How long, baby?
3.5 hours at the most. But if his schedule is flexible enough that he can come to services, Josh is going to be right there.
He's here every weekend.
That's where his heart is.
He's here every weekend. And sometimes even during the week, we look up and he's here with us. And we teach them balance. Even though we're in church, we're doing ministry and stuff like that. And so I think they are always excited when we travel, because say, for example, Rashawn's birthday was in September. Well, lo and behold, in September, we had to go to New York for a ministry assignment. Of course, they made us go 2 days early because that meant it's my birthday. So guess what? I have to have some time to have fun and all this type of stuff. So everything always balances out and it works out. And it's just a blessing for us to be able to do just that. But we teach them business. We try to teach them a balance of life. And so Rashawn does his organ rentals. And then whatever business we're in, we try to introduce it to them. And then now they're doing this prestige bully, like dog bullying stuff. Bully, not like the dogs are bullying each other, but but they're called bullies. It's a breeding type of thing. And so that's what they're doing. But anything that's positive that they have their hands in, we try our best to make sure that we help them. And Adriel is our one that keep us on our toes because he always has an idea. You hear what I'm telling you? Shad always has an idea. He always by some chance think that it's gonna work. Adriel, did you say yes? Oh, I thought it was Adriel. Oh, okay. So Adriel always think that his idea is gonna work. So he always keep us going on explores. So that's kind of how that goes.
So this is wonderful because I love the fact that this is a family ministry, family business, family education, family effort. I love all of that. And and I do want to transition has played out in your life, because that's when I got to know you, right? But I would also like people able I would like people to be able to know how to plug to your ministry, how to find you, so can you share some contacts of how people can find you, whether it's online, whether it's at your church? Share with us a little bit of that.
Okay, sure. We can always be found on our ministry's Facebook page, which is called
New Covenant Christian Fellowship Ministries.
You gotta say it loud.
New Covenant Christian Fellowship Ministries.
New Covenant Christian Fellowship Ministries, and that's on Facebook. We're on Instagram, TikTok. And we're on TikTok, and you can always find us there.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, yes, and YouTube. So you can always find us there. We're always live with our services. Our services are every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and we have Tuesday night service at 7 p.m. It's our Bible study.
Bring your phone, please.
It's our Bible study nights at 7 p.m. And so we're always live on everything that we're doing. We always do Tuesday morning 5 a.m. prayers. When we do Tuesday morning 5 a.m. prayers, that's actually on my personal page, and that's Tanya Washington Fulton. So you can always find us there. And for our website is www.n2cfm.com. www.n2cfm.com is where you can find us on the website. But we always, as you forestated, we always have great things that we're doing. And one major thing that we're getting ready to do, our church is always doing something. We Pastor has a heart for community and for outreach. So we're always giving, we're always doing, we're always feeding, we're always clothing. And all the clothes that we have, I'm talking about from underclothes to regular clothes. Everything that we have is always brand new, socks, shoes, all of these different types of things. But one of the major problems that our church has faced, and that is about to, one of the major things that we've faced here lately is that we've outgrown our sanctuary, which is a blessing. So now that which means we are about to be in a place that we are getting ready to do an expansion project. So our ministry is getting ready to go through an expansion project, and we are excited about that. So you all will see us live all over the place, doing so many things, and all of that stuff with people donating to us, because we just want to make sure that we have what we need for ministry to do what it does.
Well, that is wonderful. Congratulations. And that is the windows of heaven opening up and pouring out as you pour out to others. So that's fantastic. I'd like to transition real quick, and I'd like to ask Roshan and Josh. I think Josh might have skipped out, but Roshan, if we can ask you, tell us what it was like to have the ministry, and then all of a sudden they start bringing in all this nutrition stuff into your life, and what role that played in your household.
It was different, but it was worth it. I can say, I think when it first started, I was in high school. I got introduced to it because we was doing a whole lot of moving and eating, and not a lot of like exercising. So we all started getting swole. So everybody started losing weight, and so I see my mom and dad do. I was like, I'm getting big too, and so it was a big transition for me because everybody couldn't believe how much weight I lost so fast. I think it was during the pandemic. I would have basketball practice and I'd be big. Like, I mean, I didn't notice how big I was getting until I was like, oh. And so once I started losing the weight, I started feeling a whole lot better. I enjoyed the product. And I can also say, like, even now when it came to the entire basketball team, I think it was called Sport and Go.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of us getting like Gatorade and water, we would get like water, but put it in the water bottle, shake it up. I think one day we made like an actual big gallon of it. And so when we would have games, instead of people running to get the water and Gatorade, we would literally have cups, and we pour the Sport and Go in the cups. And so by the time you know it, everybody was tired, but now we back on our feet running again. So it was a smooth transition. I haven't heard any complaints about it yet, so I think everybody else enjoyed it as well.
That's wonderful. And I noticed Adriel has joined us. I don't know if he can unmute. We'd love to hear from him as well. His name has been mentioned a few times on this. I'll ask you to unmute if he can. I don't want to put any.
Adriel, can you unmute?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. How are
Hello,
you?
family. I'm good. I'm good. I'm currently in a business meeting right now, but I had to step out because I heard my name a little bit. But yeah, I can truly say that I'm not sure exactly what was said because I couldn't really actually hear everything, but I am I'm not as faithful as I want to be on the products, but I can truly say that I have I have definitely recently just started taking the bone and muscle. Lately I've been having like problems with like, getting up in the morning, getting out the bed, and my back and my sides and stuff hurting. And literally, the bone and muscles have been actually helping me. I'm not old, but everybody says that I'm getting, I'm on now. So I kind of feel like on, too, getting out the bed in the morning. But this has been truly helping me because, I'm getting back active and stuff, playing basketball and stuff like that. So it's been definitely helping me a whole lot. So I would definitely say, if you're thinking about it, I really think if you have problems with any of your joints, your back, your whatever it is, I truly recommend. Um, and also a little bit as well about about my life, what I have going on right now as well. Um, I am I am new to First Citizens Bank. If you guys are familiar with First Citizens Bank, I recently accepted the role to be a hybrid position where I'm 70% a teller, 30% on the loans and all that typical side. So I have been truly blessed to be placed in a branch where we have a lot of traffic, a lot of things, but I've been truly blessed to be with my branch manager who understands life. She understands everything that goes on when it comes to just making a difference, not only in just young people lives, but anyone who needs help. She's very generous in that way. And just like right now, I'm in a business meeting. I have softly officially launched my accounting business as well. Um, I am currently um in school to get my master's, and get my MBA right now as well. Um, and I actually have my first client. My first client is a law firm. We're having our yearly quarterly meeting right now going on. And I can truly say, not to be, I definitely don't want to be boasting like, no, not at all. But since I joined this law firm back in July, their numbers were currently sitting at, I would say, 186,000, if I'm not mistaken, far as like, money coming in and going out as well. I can truly say that today, as of today, this morning, their numbers are currently sitting at $401,000 for the amount of money that has came in. People got paid, everything, just currently working the financial side of everything. Um, this guy, he's a tremendous lawyer, a tremendous attorney. And not only is he an attorney, but he's also the judge. He's the magistrate for the county of Florence. And if you know anything about South Carolina, the county is huge compared to just the city of Florence. So, it's just a whole lot. And I definitely appreciate this opportunity just to, just get on and say a little bit about myself. But I definitely appreciate you guys, and whatever I can do to help, be it financially or with the products, I'm here and I'm ready to serve. So I appreciate you guys and love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you too, Adriel. Thank you.
And absolutely, if someone's looking for some financing, some accounting work, they need to get in touch with Adriel. So I've got one last question. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but Will and Tanya, I would love if you could explain, how does taking care of someone's soul and supporting somebody spiritually, how does that tie into helping support somebody with their physical health as well? How are those related? And how has that worked for the two of you when you're ministering to somebody, spiritually, but then you find yourself, seeing that they need help physically as well? How do you manage that?
Well, we try to do it holistically, be real with people. Just simply let folks know that everything we're not going to get healed from, but the Lord will help us, to be able to carry it, and support it to the place where it's not over, where it overwhelms us and really causes us to shut down and isolate. And then depends on what it is, we try to, provide them with the a supplement that could probably help them, or help, not heal them, but help them, in their endeavor if they want to try it. A lot of times it's hard to get folks to try things because if quote the doctor haven't said it, they have a problem with it. But from our perspective, and for what we have experienced, we were talking, I think it was last night, Tanya and Marlene and Samoa, that this today is what, 7 years since we had that accident where they assumed they were going to find us dead, so to say, because we were T-boned and had some very serious complications from that, things from the accident. That accident caused me to relapse with an injury that I've sustained years prior to that. And it, lower part of my back. And then we discovered I had a facial fracture. My thoracic area, in fact, was messed up. They thought that I was even having a heart attack because of what the EKG was reading. And they were asking me, the doctor was asking questions about what side my pains were on, and they were concerned about my pains being on the left side, but the pains that I had was on the right side. It was only from the seatbelt. But anyway, and then taking the medicine that they wanted to put us on, and this and that. And well, while we was in the hospital, we were listening to what they were saying because they were the professional. But when we got out, Todd got a call. Some more, Blake got a call, what we need to do with this, and the information that you all provided, let us know that everything we need to help us, we had it already in our hands. And so from being able to do that, take that, and from the people who we know and who we talk to, see the change and see the experience, it's sometime now, because we are proof that what we are doing works. It's easy now to get, them to see it. And there's a lot of the members at the church, some of them that are actually engaged in the products and what we are, what we're offering. So we try to bring a balance in it with faith and you know, and you know, we try to teach people that all doctors are not bad. God put them here for a reason. He educate them with a part of his knowledge so that they can help people, you know, transition, because we know that not everybody is going to be cured from things, but to get to a place where if supplement can be introduced into what they're already taking, and that's gonna help give long life, then that's what we do, to help people and try to bring a balance in that.
And then too, I think, Mr. Smith, that even though we know that the Lord will help us, it's something that we have to do too. We have to do our own part. We have to do our part. What we would do is, Joshua had to step off and leave because they have a basketball game that's about to start at 12. So he had to leave and go and play in that. But Rashawn I'm glad that he's here because he's our prime example between him and Adriel of the usage of the products. For example, like when we would, if anything would happen, we would need to go to the doctor, whether it's for our yearly checkups or whatever the case may be. We would always go, hear what they would have to say to us, and if they would prescribe anything, what we would do is we would say, oh, okay, we would look at the supplements that we have to see what it would help in whatever areas it would help us in. And then this is what we would use. We would use the supplements. We wouldn't use the prescription meds because we understood that natural was the way that we wanted to go, and natural was what we wanted to do. And so I said Rashawn because for years, they've always wanted to put Rashawn on blood pressure meds. I myself, I'm not on any medication outside of what we use for supplements. Pastor's not on any medication outside of what we use for supplements. So we don't have issues with none of this stuff. As a matter of fact, when we go, I just went for a yearly checkup and they said, I mean, everything is so good. And then so they started talking to me about my good cholesterol and my bad cholesterol and all of those things. But I was glad that the knowledge of it, the education of it that I've obtained have been through us, the company, everybody talking about those things and helping us understand. Because a lot of times, if you don't understand stuff, then what'll happen is you will get off focus because you'll start listening to what they're saying. In the moment we hear bad, we just go crazy. But our bodies do carry both good and bad cholesterol numbers. Okay, so but anyway, Rashawn, for example, a few weeks back, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, he kept complaining about having a bad headache. So I'm like, are you sleepy? Are you tired? Are you hungry? This, that, and the third. And so what we found out was at his last doctor's appointment, I immediately said to him, let's check your blood pressure, Rashawn. Let's see what's going on with your blood pressure. We checked Rashawn's blood pressure. It was high. I immediately ran to the cabinet and said, you're going to take these 4 GTMs, you're going to take these 4 turmeric, this 4. I just started giving him all types of products, right? So we checked it. The next day, it came down tremendously. Okay, we're going to repeat this. And so I like for people to understand and know that even though the Lord lets us know that he will heal us, he will do all those things, we still, as an individuals, we still have our own part to play. We still have our own things we have to do. So we can't just sit and just say, oh, okay, please let me just let me continue to do what I'm doing, this, that, and the third. We're going to pray for you. We're going to do all those things. But we're not praying for you to go and run back to the thing that's keeping you a diabetic or the thing that's keeping you with your blood pressure high. We're going to pray for you. And then after we pray for you, then we're going to say, okay, hey, we have some extra things that, you know, could perhaps be a benefit to you or a help to you, because guess what? We want you to live for a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's not saying like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to take these products and it mean I'm going to live forever. But what we are saying is it will help you in a lot of those areas and a lot of those things that we're going out. And a lot of times we're running back and forth to different places and we're spending money in things that are not conducive to the healing part of us or the healing side of us. But if just like we run to the doctor, if we will run to the doctor, if we will run to people for help outside of just pain meds or whatever kind of meds we have, then I think we would see a significant change in our body, because we try to let individuals know we're not coming against the doctors. No, that's not what we're saying. But a lot of times different medications that you're taking, it has side effects. And so you have to, we are in a body where we do have RN nurses and things like that that are in ministry and stuff. And when we say different words and we do different things and stuff like that, they would agree. I've gone to Renisha so many times saying, hey, this, that, the third. And she's like, yes, ma'am, that is good. That is helpful. That is this, that is that. So it's not like we're out here and we're just saying anything without having a backing of that it works or that it is true. So I think that by us being able to help pray for you, then it's a double blessing for you, because then now we're able to say, oh, okay, now after we prayed and you have this going on or that going on, then this is something right here that you might can help with. And Will just wrote this down, and it says sometimes we could be spiritually healthy but physically bad, you know. And so we always try to teach a balance in everything, and so we like to try to keep that balance, because the one thing that always sticks out to me, when you go to the doctor's office, the first thing you see is that they are practicing medicine. And in my mind, I be thinking, I don't want to be anybody's guinea pig.
Yeah. Very, very, very powerful there, Tanya. Well, Pastor Will and Tanya, we so much appreciate you. We appreciate Roshan. We appreciate Josh and Adriel for being with us today. We just love you, love your family. We appreciate all the good you're doing. Tell us, before I go to Andre to close this out, tell us last again how they can find you. People who have listened to this and they're like, I want to talk to Tanya, I want to talk to Will, I want to talk to these boys. How can they reach you again?
How can they reach you?
You can text me on, well, I said text me. I got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Snap, Rashawn18. But Facebook, Instagram, it's all Rashawn Kaysen.
Okay.
Same day.
Okay.
TikTok, everything.
All right. So we're gonna tell y'all right now that Will is not what, Rashawn? He is not what would I say? He's not
busy.
He's not a person that likes to text and no, he's not a person that likes to text.
If it's emergency.
So if you reach out to him and you be like, man, he done left me on red for 5 days, don't take it personal. He's not your texting type. But you can find him, Will Fulton, on Facebook. You can find me, Tanya Washington Fulton, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's I am Tanya Fulton. I am Tanya Fulton. And you can reach out to me in whatever way, or us, whatever way that we can help. I promise you, Rashawn will aggravate us until he answers whatever question you have. So please trust and believe. If you reach out to us, we're going to reach back out to you. Adriel, we'll reach back out to you. Adriel is Adriel Washington on Facebook. Does he TikTok? Everything. They have everything. I have everything because they have everything. So whatever they're on, we're on, so we can still kind of be parents and still be kind of just looking to see, make sure everything is everything. So Adriel Washington and Joshua Kaysen. So if you reach out to any of us, then Jazz Mika Brown, you can find her on Facebook, and also on other TikTok, Instagram, all those type things. But whatever way that we can help you, we're willing to answer any type of questions. And what we don't know, I promise you, we're gonna call Mr. Todd Smith because that's the guy. And we want to say, even before you turn it over to Andre, Mr. Todd Smith, we appreciate you even wanting to interview our family. We appreciate you, man. Our life has been extremely better because you've been a part of it. And we appreciate a long time. You've been a part of it a long time. And we appreciate you so very much. And so even with our prayers, we always make sure we include you, Miss Dorsey, the children, everybody, because we appreciate the blessing that you've been to our life, and not just our lives, but countless other people's lives. We appreciate you all. So thank you so very much for having the heart of a servant, and then for having the spirit to want to share with others the information that you all obtain and that you have. We appreciate it so very much. And everybody know that we were Blake lovers. And so we appreciate everything that everybody has contributed at this point for us to be here. Mr. Andre Vaughn, we appreciate you. You know how we roll, you know how we get down. So thank you so very much for being instrumental in our families' lives. We appreciate the both of you. And then all of our family that's on here, we thank you.
You're so gracious. I'm the one who's supposed to be thanking you for taking the time. You're just so gracious thanking me. But I just adore you. Thank you so much. I appreciate, I look up to you, and I very much cherish our friendship. Well, thank you, Fulton family, for taking the time. I do want to reach out to our mentor and friend, Mr. Andre Vaughn. If you can turn your camera on and close us out, I'd love you to kind of put a cherry on top of this amazing interview with this amazing family.
No, the cherry has already been done, man. I'm so excited. You know, sometimes, I give it out to you, Todd, just having the vision of putting this thing together, changing up, just to hear. You know, sometimes you like to hear the about the family, who you're working with, and how the products play a part in the overall family and the dynamics of the family. And man, that was nothing short of a great Zoom. Will and Tanya, Rashawn, Joshua, the baby, as they say. I say that boy ain't no baby. And then and Adriel,
the biggest thing in the house, Andre.
Adriel, they're closing deals, act like he's busier than what he is. I love all. I love them all, man. It's just my family, your family, and I'm just a testament to how what these products do outside of putting in our bodies, is bringing families together. And it's crazy. I had a conversation with Todd. I said, man, I need this, this, and this. He told me exactly what to do. And it just feels good that you can trust the information that you give.
Absolutely.
I don't want any of us to take for granted of trusting the information that's given to us. And so I thank you, Fulton family. I know how busy you are. I know you're in high demand and on demand. And so we appreciate you, just for taking the time out your busy schedule to be here with us. Mr. Smith, I mean, you're a father of 8 girls. And so that, say no more. And so just for you to make it happen, being in the hospital all night and then coming and still breaking the bread of life and being right here, right now, all we had to do is listen. And so the easiest part. So thank you for everybody who attended, man. This is a great Zoom. And man, I'm looking forward to moving forward with our Top Shelf Nutri family. So thank you, Fulton family. Thank you, Smith family. I'll see you at the bank because we're making deposits, but we're going to make it healthy. Thanks. Well, go ahead. I'm back to you. You can close out, Tanya.
Okay, I just want to say one more thing, one more testament that I really want to make sure that we shared was about the oil. Rashawn here had 2nd and 3rd degree burns, like up and down from the top of his legs all the way down to the bottom of his feet on both legs. And at this time, the oil was just freshly new out. And the worst thing that he could have done was he jumped in the shower after he obtained the burns, because he didn't know how bad it was. We had just left to go out of town and we had to turn around and come right back. And so he had just jumped in the shower, and on the phone, I'm like, get out the shower, get out the shower. And when he got out the shower, the first thing that I told him to do was take the oil and just rub it on his legs, And I want you all to know that, of course, he had to go to the burn center. He had to be scraped, those injuries, he had to be scraped in those different places. He had to walk around with his legs banded up for about 3 to 4 weeks. And so we lived in an upstairs and downstairs home. And so his brothers had to carry him up the stairs and down the stairs when it was time for him to come down. And when he came out of the bandages, his legs were terrible. He was a basketball player, and so he was embarrassed. So he wore leg coverings, but they wanted us to do the products to use on his legs were going to cost us like between $300 and $350. We didn't mind because we wanted his legs to get better, right? Well, I would resort back to Mr. Blake, whom we love so dearly. When we spoke to him, he said to us, "What you need, you already have," which was the tea tree as well as the oil. I want you all to know we use that on his legs, and we use it on his legs, and at this point he had to go back every week. They had to check this. They could not believe how amazing his legs turned out. We used none of the products that they gave us. We only used the oil and the tea tree, and they started needing products and wanting products from us because they could not believe the pictures of how bad his legs were when the bandages came off versus what they were looking from week to week. So I said all that to say this: a lot of times what we need, we will sometimes go out other places looking for it, but what we really need, we already have it in our hands. So I would say to us, just take advantage of it.
Powerful, powerful message. And I remember when that happened, we were all praying for Roshan, and I'm so glad that the miracles happened.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for reminding us of that story. This has been a fantastic Zoom. Thank you for taking the time, both of you and your boys. Thank you all. Thank you, Andre, for getting us started and closing us out. And we wish everybody a fantastic rest of your weekend. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you
See
all.
you at the bank
Thank
because
you.
we're making deposits. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Tanya.
Thank you.
Excellent
Thank
information.
you,
Thank
Mr.
you so
Todd.
much.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Way to
Andre.
do it, Fulton family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to
You're
see
very
you
welcome.
all.
Great to
Virgin
see you
Islands,
too.
Thank you.
Bless. Y'all be
Thank
blessed.
you. Have a
Thank
great day.
you. Thanks, you too.